Hey everyone, ALP85 here, and like I promised, I'm going to go over each and every one of my catches this episode, starting with Simba, also known as Shinx. He's an electric type with a pretty strong attack. I believe he was the first physical electric type, at least of the 4th generation. Because back in the original Diamond and Pearl days, the physical special split happened, where basically moves were given a new category, whether they were physical or special. So say like an attack like a punch or a bite, they were classified as physical. While if you were firing a beam or flames or psychic energy or whatever at your enemy, they were classified as special. So going by that, Shinx basically is the first electric type that really took advantage of the physical special split on the physical end. Because as you can see, his attack is really good. His speed could be better, and the fact that his nature lowers it isn't that good. But I'll still keep him and go and roll with him anyway, Because Shinx, I've used Luxray before. That's what Shinx evolves into, and it served me well in the past. So anyway, next up is Bidoof. And Bidoof basically has a history as an HM slave. Now, I'm not going to be doing that this one because I believe HMs function differently. I'm gonna have to check back with you guys on that one, but I believe they do function differently in this game. But anyway, Bidoof basically it's the Rattata clone of this game. So you might want to replace it around the time you get to your second badge. But it's basically it ultimately becomes a normal water type, so it can learn normal moves and water moves. Now, as you can see with this one, its attack is much better than its special attack. So if I wanted to use it, I would be using it as a physical attacker. Anyway, moving on to Kricketot. Now, the only thing I've used Kricketot and its evolution Kricketot before is to be a false swiper. See, false swipe is a move that will always leave the target with at least 1 HP remaining. So that means it's excellent for capturing wild Pokemon. And I've actually used Kricketot for this purpose before. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to necessarily help this time. And Kricketot suffers from being the early game bug type, which means its ultimate stats are not that good. So I would definitely give this a pass unless you're using it as a false swiper. And here's an old favorite, Magikarp. And hold on, let me just check this one's nature. Oh, jolly! I kind of regret that I'm not using it now. I don't know. If I change my mind, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, Magikarp basically at level 20, it evolves into Gyarados, who is the strongest water type in the game, or one of the strongest water types. Definitely next to Milotic. But the real challenge is actually getting Magikarp to level 20. I mean, before the EXP share increased everyone's experience. The way to level Magikarp up was to put him at the front of your party and then switch him out and let someone else fight. Magikarp would gain some of the experience, and it was slow going back in the days, but it was effective at getting that Gyarados. and once you have him, man, is he good. He can learn all sorts of physical water-type moves, like Waterfall. I believe he can learn Earthquake, too, which is real helpful. He can also, I believe, learn Dragon Dance. And the last move is whatever you guys want to fill it with. But seriously, though, Gyarados is wicked good. And it burns me I'm not using him this time. But like I said, like, I could change my mind on that. Anyway, I know I didn't technically catch him in this episode, but it wouldn't be really that fair to not give him a bio. So, here's Chimchar, also known as Saiyan. As you can see, his attack and special attack are really good, and his speed is even better. He ultimately becomes a fire fighting type, and going by that, I believe, at least in the originals, he was one of only 2 fire types the game had to offer. The other being a Pokemon called Ponyta. Which basically means, if you didn't want to use Ponyta and you wanted a fire type, you had to pick Chimchar. Luckily, like I said, because Chimchar is so good, he can make the game relatively easier. Though I believe it's not as easy as if you would choose Piplup, for instance. Piplup just makes the game easy in general. Turtwig, on the other hand, he definitely makes it a challenge. Grass Ground, which is what he ultimately becomes, isn't that good of a type. Especially in this game. But anyway, those are all the catches I made in the last episode. I'll definitely continue this format going forward, where after each episode, I'll describe what I've caught. So, with that, I'm ALP85, this is Pokemon Diamond, these are Saiyan, Simba, Bidoof, Kricketot, and Magikarp, and they'll see y'all next time.